To clean the water filter, 3 components are important. You will find these around the corner on the left. First, the water filter. Second, the pressure measurements across the filter. And third, the system controls. This is the black screen on the control cabinet, a touch screen. The instruction consists of 6 parts. The introduction provides information about the water filter. Then an instruction on how to stop the flocculant preparation, how to dismantle, clean, and reassemble the filter, and how to restart the system. The water filter removes suspended solids from the water. This prevents contamination of the system and disturbances in the flocculant preparation process. The following components are important: the water filter itself, the pressure measurement at the filter inlet, the pressure measurement at the filter outlet, the drain line. The filter must be cleaned. When it starts to turn black, or when the pressure differential between the measurements exceeds 2 bars. To clean the filter, you will need the wrench for loosening the filter, a bucket with clean water, a brush for cleaning the filter, and, if necessary, a new filter. Before cleaning, the flocculant preparation must be stopped. Stopping the system is done via the touch screen. Activate the touch screen using the push button on top of the screen. Press it, and a login screen will appear. Tap the username field. The keyboard will appear. Enter the username and then the password. Press Log On. The control screen will now appear. Press the square button for prep, flock, on, off. The square button will switch to 0. Flocculant preparation is now stopped. To disassemble the filter, all water must first be drained. Stop the water supply by closing the upper shutoff valve. The handle will now be horizontal. Open the drain valve. The butterfly handle will then be vertical. After draining, carefully pull off the drain hose. Place the wrench around the filter and move it all the way to the top. Turn the wrench to the left to loosen the filter. Remove the wrench and unscrew the filter by hand. Pull the filter housing free. The filter can now be cleaned or replaced. Use clean water and a brush. Remove the filter from the housing. Brush the filter cloth clean. Also, brush the housing clean. If the filter cloth remains black, replace the cloth. Now remove the filter cloth. Loosen the nut at the end. Remove the clamp. Loosen the nut on the other side. The filter cloth can now be removed. Slide the cloth off the sieve. Clean the sieve. The cloth can now be reinstalled. Slide the cloth over the sieve. Fold the cloth over at the end. Reinstall the clamp and tighten it. Do the same on the other side. Place the filter back into the housing. Reinstall the filter housing. Turn the filter counterclockwise to screw it on. Place the wrench around the filter and move it all the way to the top. Turn the wrench to the right to tighten the filter. Reconnect the drain hose to the drain valve. Close the drain valve. The butterfly handle will now be horizontal. Restore the water supply by opening the upper shutoff valve. The handle will now be vertical. If the control screen is still visible, the system can be restarted immediately. Press the square button showing 0 for prep, flock, on, off. The square button will switch to 1. Flocculant preparation is now active again. If the screen is black, activate it again using the push button on top of the screen. Tap the username field to bring up the keyboard. Enter the username and password. Press Log On. The control screen will now appear. Press the square button showing 0 for prep. Flock on, off. The square button will switch to 1. Flocculant preparation is now active again.